Make sure we're getting audio here. So we got 1,000 additional recruits, which helps offset those casualties from the capture. Which, by the way, I was pretty happy with the execution of that capture move, where everybody just jumped them right off the bat. A coordinated jumping. So that helps mitigate the casualties. It doesn't help mitigate the cavalry casualties, unfortunately. And we get 4 reputation and a career point. The career point is an interesting question. The reason is because Gaines Mill is coming up, and right behind Gaines Mill is Malvern Hill, for which we need a lot of units. You can see here we have 55 available slots, and I like to fill as many as I possibly can, especially in this frontal attack. So we'll see what we can do. This guy was wounded. Yeah, Pooh unfortunately didn't get promoted. He didn't get enough experience. So let's swap this guy out for a major. Bring these guys back up to strength. We can go 550.
Form line.
And we're gonna need an artillery brigade, for which we should have a, let's see. It doesn't really matter, does it? Swap these guys for one of the majors. Lieutenant Colonel will do it. I think. Pretty sure he can have 11 without having a problem. Yep. Ammo, of course. Oh, and career. I don't think Army organization. We could bring up 3 corps, which would give me plenty of slots for Gaines Mill. So I'm not necessarily in need of that right away. On the other hand, each of these guys can have 12 brigades, 13 for First Corps. So that would be 13 plus 12 would be 25, plus 12 would be 37, which is probably more than I can actually raise. So yeah, I think I'm okay on Army organization. So we're going to go politics. And let's take a look at Cross Keys. Those of you who are familiar with the game, you know that Cross Keys is a beast. Andreas, Army Camp, does it say MG difficulty even? Yes, it does. Legendary is like a checkbox. Only seeing doc, no game. I'm not sure what that means, Andreas. Andreas, however you pronounce your name. So we got 21,000 soldiers and 39 guns. Right now, we've got 9 of 10 brigades. We've got about 9,000 men. So it'd be 3 to 1. But we can probably beef that up without too much trouble. So yeah, the legendary, some history on this for Andreas and anybody else. The legendary stuff was tacked on relatively late in development, and so they would have had to, I think, they would have had to create a whole nother deal, a whole nother set of screens in order to manage it. Oh. Oh, Doc Brown. Yeah, I'm not sure what to say about that. I'm seeing it on my screen, and OBS is running. So yeah, let me refresh YouTube and see if that helps. Does that help? Yeah, I'm not sure what to do because everything appears normal from my end. So let me know if it continues, and I'll keep talking. Yay. So yeah, so they tacked on legendary near the end of development. So they would have needed to create another set of screens and some more art assets, and I don't think they had the capacity to actually do that. And so so everything you do in legendary, it shows up as major general. Your guy starts as a major general. Everything else works the same way. They just altered the numbers. Okay, so cross keys, it's a 3-to-1 scenario against this particular force. And I get one more brigade, which I will create. Take a quick look. Yeah, 21,185. And note that that's with the ballast units. I've got a full core of ballast units. We may try to create another core here. We'll see. But let's pull these guys down into 3rd Division and add an infantry brigade. And I think, no problem, Andreas. YouTube's a little wonky all the time. It's good that you let me know when bad things happen like that, so that I can at least look. Because if you've watched my stream, you know that I've screwed stuff up before without realizing it. I'm not very good at streaming. Oh yeah, so we got 1,000 Harper's Ferries. What can we do with those? Let's get rid of these farmers. Can't actually buy any additional Harper's Ferries, unfortunately. We're gonna sell these Smiths and the Sharps. Oh, and I forgot to get ATs killed in that battle. That's frustrating. I think he only has like 60 guys now in his unit. Let's see. Yeah, cross keys is a beast. I lost it like 5 times before I figured out how to play it, and even then it's touch and go, especially without the scaling. One of the things I wanted to note was you can see the size of your commander unit. This is pretty much the only place you can. You can see this. ATC's only got 64 guys. I need to get him killed near the end of one of these battles. Get the unit destroyed so that it'll reconstitute full size, because otherwise I might lose him to some artillery or something in a larger battle, and that would be catastrophic, or at least, you know, annoying. So yeah, let's see here. Those guys have Lorenzes. Nobody's small enough to get the Harper's Ferries. I could just add a unit. How good are my recruits? Pretty good. I have available 11 points. I don't think I'm going to be able to buy these troops. That's frustrating. Alright, let's bring up, do we have anybody? No, we don't have anybody good, which means we need to pull somebody. Let's actually pull Forrest.
Yes, sir.
No, I can do better than that. Let's pull a couple of these lieutenant colonels.
Yes, sir.
And put them in on rifle units. Sir,
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, he'd be better there. I've got 1,077 of those. Yeah, 1-3 rifle can take those. There. Make sure they get used. Yeah, I've done the north strategy, I've done the south strategy, I've done the cavalry around the flank. I've tried a bunch of different ways to win this battle, and they've all worked, and they all suck. You get the snot kicked out of you every time. This is not going to work, because there are not enough Enfields to get this guy up to full strength. Crud. What else have I got?
Yes, sir.
On the downside, that leaves me with 1,400 pattern 1853 Enfields that aren't being used. I could abandon the Harper's Ferries. Enfields are almost as good, and that would allow me to get this guy up to 1399. Whatever, yeah. See what the scaling looks like. Yeah, Antietam on I have yet to win Antietam on Confederate Legendary. I've done pretty well. I've fought a couple of retreats, didn't lose a lot of guys, did a lot of damage, but I've never actually won the battle. There's just too many. I'm hoping that with this minimal run, I can actually reduce the Union numbers enough to the point where I actually have a shot at it. But I'm not confident that that's going to happen. Let's put it that way. So what I could do is I could get rid of the cavalry and add more infantry, which is not a terrible idea. This is mostly an infantry battle. I could also add another artillery unit, but I'm not opposed to having the cavalry. What this means is that 2nd Division is going to end up defending the woods, and 1st Division is going to end up defending the, or second division is going to end up defending the river bend, and the first division is going to end up defending the woods and the north. But if I can get the cavalry around behind them, I can shut down their artillery. And potentially, if I go north with the cavalry, I can get to their artillery quickly. If I go south with the cavalry, I can kill their skirmishers, which frees up units to help with the river bend defense. Yeah, I think this is what I'm going to go with. Oh, I should have saved it. Nah, not a big deal. Okay, so that's it for this. I'll be right back with Cross Keys, and hopefully I won't get my butt kicked.